Okay, so you've got some more stretches up your sleeves for us.
I do.
So what are we doing next?
So next we are going to stretch the hip flexors.
Okay.
And I'm going to demonstrate a myofascial hip flexor stretch that is out of the book, The Permanent Pain Cure, by a physical therapist named Ming Chu, who studied heavily with Dr. Guy Voyer.
Okay, excellent. All right, what are we doing?
Okay, so we need to get that padding back for the knee.
I'll grab that. You just stay right there. Where'd it go? We'll let our our off-air assistant, yeah. Watch this, magic. I need the pad. Isn't that great?
Wow,
Yeah.
that was so
Camera
cool.
magic. All right, what are we doing with this?
Okay, so we're gonna pad the knee. So I'll demonstrate the stretch.
Okay.
So I'm gonna stretch my right psoas. So my right knee is going to go down onto the mat, and my left foot is out in the split kneeling position. Now I'm gonna get my back ankle slightly outside of the knee. Okay, so I'm taking that
So
leg
you're kind
out.
of turning it out a little bit.
Yeah, and that's
Okay.
going to create an internal rotation of my femur here. Okay, so now I'm winding up the fascia in my body by pressing out through the palms with the fingertips down. I'm lengthening up through the crown of the head, okay? Now from this position, my tailbone is tucked. I'm going to side bend left, okay? So just lateral side bend here, and I'm going to rotate right, and I'm gonna relax my left arm down.
Ooh.
And in this position, if you were to look at it from the side, my glute is contracted and I'm feeling for like dragging the right knee forward, okay? So that is really going to put all the fascia around the hip flexor on a stretch. And I'm breathing and holding for no more than 30 seconds. And then to come out of this position very slowly, and I'm gonna switch sides.
Excellent. Let's do the other side now. Let's show them one more side here. Because there's a lot of moving parts there that you just went through.
There's a lot, and it is available in that book, The Permanent Pain Cure, awesome book.
So step one.
Step one, split kneeling position, back leg slightly outside with that ankle outside of the knee. Tailbone tucked, lengthening up through the crown of the head, pressing through the palms. Now I'm stretching my left hip flexor, so I'm gonna side bend right and rotate left. Keep pressing out through the left palm. This arm is just relaxed here to the side. Belly breathing, and on the exhalation, I'm gonna squeeze my left glute, and it's like I'm trying to drag that left knee forward. So everything is staying extended up. I have a tall spine in this position, making sure not to overarch the back or lean the torso back.
Now you mentioned a muscle, the psoas. This is one of the hip flexor muscles. A lot of people don't realize this is a muscle that's attached at the lumbar spine.
Yes.
It's responsible for a lot of back pain. So a lot of times I'll get athletes who will hire me, runners and other types of athletes, and they'll have back pain. I'll do an assessment. Their back is totally fine. It's their psoas muscle that's really tight. And because it's tight, where it attaches gets inflamed, and that's where they feel it.
Exactly. It will pull the lower back into a lordosis and give that lower cross.
Into that Donald Duck butt that you said?
Into that Donald Duck butt, yeah, exactly. And so that is very important to release the psoas, especially if you're finding that in working with your client, they have a hard time activating glutes or activating the hamstrings, or every time you try to show them a deadlift, they end up squatting. That's a sign of quad dominance. So if you do these as corrective stretches prior to giving them the corrective exercise, they can turn on the right muscles to work that posterior chain.
How long should they hold that stretch for when they get in that position?
No more than 30 seconds.
Excellent. And should they do it more than once or do one on each leg? And
yeah, in the beginning, they can start with one time on each side, and then eventually you can work up to 3 or even more times doing it on each side. You wanna make sure your connective tissue is healthy, so hydration is key for the myofascial stretches.
I'm glad you said that, so make sure you drink a lot of water.
Exactly.
Very good. Listen, we drop a new video every single day, so subscribe to this channel. Also, if you go to mindpumpmedia.com, you'll find 30 days of coaching for free.